Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. When this operation in Ukraine, the special military operation started, I said that it would take about a week and a half, maximum two, until the mass media or some weasel politicians will call Vladimir Putin as the second Adolf Hitler, or straight, I don't know, his reincarnation or something. Well, they actually moved faster than I thought. It took them obviously small steps. First it's a tyrant, strongman, dictator, blah blah, looks like, reminds us like, and then he's straight like that guy. It took him about 5 days to get from point A to point Z and everything in between. Now it seems like you have a German ambassador in Ukraine who really would not let certain people just be dead and really forget about them, since that doesn't look or shed a bright, beautiful light on the country that she represents, which is Deutschland, right? Germany. So, but what do they expect nowadays? They shit on their culture and on their land, on their country continuously. It's like they don't. It's so. It's not. It's so masochistic. This article comes from Ukrainska Pravda from August 12, 2022. German ambassador to Ukraine. This is what this woman says. Undeniable parallels between Putin and Hitler. Well, she's an idiot, but anyway, I'm telling you why. Two parallels never meet, right? They will just run parallel, right? Now, if they overlap, then they're not parallels, but then it's the same thing. So I know what she's saying, but I'm just playing some semantics here. I think that overlaps with other leaders, Adolf Hitler. And this guy will never be left to be wherever he is. He's going to be brought up over and over and over again. All right. And you say, yeah, well, he was a criminal. Yeah, he was. Was he bigger than others? I have other names who were more effective. Look at effective in a way of their crime, I mean. Look at those Tutsis and Butsis or whatever. I had an article that I made some calculation. Those guys killed what, 2 million or 1 million in I can't remember exactly how much it was, but I made a calculation. They beat the Holocaust and the Second World War by far, and they did it with machete. Imagine if they had at least just automatic weapons, leave alone tanks and airplanes and bombs and all that. They would have been done in 5 minutes, razed to the ground. The genocide, Tutsis and Butsis. I just check, I made a video about 5 months, 6 months ago or so. So European Pravda reports that the ambassador of Germany to Ukraine, Anka Feldhusen, has said in an interview with Ukrinform that there are clear and undeniable parallels between the regime of Russian leader Vladimir Putin and the Nazi Third Reich. Alright, let's see. I'm quoting. Historical analogies aren't always accurate. That's why it's an analogy. And Germany holds a belief that our guilt What is she doing over there? What is she doing to represent the country? Our guilt. What guilt? We don't have any guilt. Nothing. Zero. You have no guilt. Have you done anything? Is this collective punishment? Remember, my dear Annelunde Anka, collective punishment is the rule of the day in the Old Testament of the Hebraic religion, of the Jews. It's not a Roman law. It's not our law. It's now our civilization. That's the way they do things. You don't have any guilt. You haven't committed anything. but you're not guilty by association in any way. That country, Germany, those guys who committed crimes, they were punished. Who escaped. But their offspring, you're not guilty of anything. That Germany is not stained like forever. I know that's the way they want to keep it. Like any other country is not stained, including the one that keeps Germany guilty forever. They have their stains. They're proud of it. Look in the Old Testament. They're proud of eliminating the Hittites and Hittites and Ammonites and all that by the order of their God. It's in the Old Testament. It's not me saying that. I wrote 2 books on that. You can find them on Amazon with all the line by line. You find them. It's not a big deal. So forget about what the United States is forever stained for its atomic bombs on civilians. No, they try to tend, okay. And many other countries have their own dark past. Doesn't mean against other people. Does it mean that you have to hold that forever? Unless you're a masochist. And she doesn't love her country. How can you love your country and continue saying that you have guilt? What guilt you have? Just because, let's say, I'm German, and let's say I live in the United States, I have guilt? Why? I have no guilt, 0. I didn't do anything. It's unbelievable, man. And German holds a belief that our guilt in the Second World War cannot be surpassed. Baby doll, I told you, oh my God, the crimes in the name of communism are much greater in number, in atrocities than the Second World War. What are you talking about? You're an ignorant. But she was raised from kindergarten to hate her country because what they did, some people did, in the Second World War. Not all the Germans, some. But like many other Germans, I think about those parallels every day. Well, you're a masochist, you hurt yourself every day. And they are undeniable, particularly in terms of Putin's ambition to create an empire of some kind. And we don't know its scope or extent. I do think about it a lot. All right, you don't think about it a lot. It seems like. Besides, you talk about an empire. How many military bases does Russia have outside of its country? Baby doll? 2? 3? I know another country who has about 150 or something, or maybe more than that. So who's an empire here? It's a good empire. It's never a good empire. Empires are not good by definition. Why? Because they have other people, other states under their leadership, under their dominance. So the empire that you are a slave to, that's not a good empire by definition. I think a lot here. Feldhusen said the Germans are aware of certain Russian ideas such as the creation of concentration camps for Ukrainians, ideas that are publicly debated in Russia. The definition of a concentration camp is to concentrate people in a location for various reasons. Now, that's when things ramify. Why do you have a concentration camp? A concentration camp could be used for that, a concentration camp could be used for that, or for that. It depends how you use it from there. Do you have any evidence or hearsay? What the Ukrainians tell them. The Americans had concentration camps here with, how do you call them? With the Japanese, that we all know about it. They were concentration camps. They call them internment camps. Euphemisms. It was a concentration. They concentrated people over there, did not leave them to go. And they had to make a decision what to do with them. We keep them for now. That was the goal of that concentration internment camp. It's just a euphemism. And she takes words and whatever someone said as facts. Yes, the Germans know about this. Not all of them, of course, but our media. There you go, believe you. Yeah, she is part of the establishment, of course. do highlight this a lot. I bet they fuck your head all the time. There are numerous details, articles written by Ukrainian experts. Do you hear this? Do you hear her? By Ukrainian experts and even some Russian experts who were forced to leave Russia. Yeah, like you. People who love their country. The information is out there, yes, but yeah, it's like a given. We all know. Whether ordinary people read this with as much interest as diplomats or other professionals, I don't know. But it's talked about a lot. Well, we can talk about many things a lot. The factual, oh my God. Feld Hussein made these comments against the backdrop of German Chancellor Olaf Scholz rejecting calls from an EU ban on tourist visa for Russian citizens because, according to him, this war is Putin's war. All right, well, she wants to punish the Russian citizens because they support Putin. Do they know something your experts don't? Or do they know something your experts don't want to tell you? Is there a possibility? It's something that you keep your head still in the sand because you don't like another version to what you have, your narrative. I mean, this woman, she's the ambassador. Did you hear her? How she was making the argument? Did you hear her arguments? Non-arguments. Statements. There are many experts. Yes. It's out there, yeah. It's like a given. And that she's an ambassador. I just looked before I looked on this, I read this article, I looked at her bio to see who is this woman. And I looked over there, okay, she went to college with this. How did she get so fast to this position? Like this. Like this. How? I don't think she's smart. She has an education, she graduated some colleges, great, good. We did that too. How did she get there? How did she elbow? How did she, what did she do? Who did she know? With this kind of lack of, maybe she, I don't know, I don't even know what job she would be good at. I don't even know. Maybe if dealing with babies, not babies, I'm talking about infants, caring for them because she can talk shit. The baby will not understand what she says, so she's not going to be influenced by her stupidity. And I'm not ashamed to say this. I read I quoted her quote, whatever she said, her words. Now those are not intelligent words. You don't make a point like that. Imagine she talks like that with her husband, if she has one. Imagine that she argues with a husband like that, and then when he tries to use logic or whatever, she's going to tell him that she's an ambassador, German ambassador. What are you? And he's going to be like, I'm just getting a divorce. I find another slit. This is what it is. Look at that woman, ambassador. I didn't hear the parallels yet. Concentration camp. Well, that means that what's his name? Roosevelt is parallel with Hitler because the Japanese internment camps, concentration camps, right? But you expect too much from these people. It bothers me when they reveal themselves by talking and being directly quoted. When directly quoted, obviously translated in English. I don't know what language she spoke over there during the interview, but directly translated, she's a mediocre. I want to say average. No, mediocrity is even lower, I would say. Then it's a little bit, at least in my, than average. Mediocre, like barely make it from 86, about there. And she is the ambassador. I feel like, again, I don't know. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.